Thank you, Christina. I will get to that in a moment. So I will get back to you with that question in a moment. Okay. I might be able to answer that a little bit further on. So let me just continue as I am, and I will get back to you. Thank you. Okay, so that's generally looking at your features and what you're able to do. What you can do as well, if there's any particular searches that or comparisons that you do regularly, you are able to actually save those as a layout. Now what that means is, for example, if there's certain features that you just never want appearing, it's just something that you never actually show the client, or it's just not necessary, or it may confuse them, what you can do is highlight them again, hide the features here, and actually go to your layout button at the top. What you can do is click on the save option and actually give that layout a heading. So whenever you go into your products and you want to look at that template that you've saved, it will always default to anything that you've hidden, so that whenever you do a comparison, those things will never come up if you select that default layout. So again, this has already come up with a 1-year fix. I might just say I don't know, general search or comparison. Whatever it may be, just click on save, and then what you can do whenever you enter your products section is actually go to your layout and just load it up. So again, you do have as many options, to kind of tweak the system as you want available to you. Okay. Now, as well as showing all features after you've hidden anything, you do also have a reset default order. Now what that does is allows you to reset anything, whether you've moved features up and down, whether you've hidden anything. This will actually reset the order that it came through on once you did click on that comparison button. One of the good thing about the comparisons is that you are actually able to as I said before, link it to a client. So where you've got the client option here, click on the drop down, find your client from the database. I don't know, I'm just going to find Mr. Cruz. And I'm going to make my selection. Now it's pulled through his loan details. This will be based on you doing a max cap for your client. And what this will do is pulls through the loan value that you've found for him, the loan details, whether they're first homeowners or not. And what you need to do then is just recalculate and look at your products that you've selected. Again, that's a great way of being able to save it to their loan scenario, and it will then save a history of anything that you've done. So all your emails will be saved in the client record as an email that's been sent. Again, this is a great big tick for compliance, knowing that you've got a full trace of everything that you've done, everything that you've sent, everything that you've received, and everything that you've provided as a recommendation to show your research as well. So these are all big ticks here for iLearn comparison tool. Okay. Now the other thing that I wanted to show you going forward is the advanced search. Now this is mainly used for those who are not sure what the best way to out there is, or you're not sure with updates, you've been busy and haven't kept abreast of changes. So when you click on the advanced option, it will always default to the last search that you've done. Again, can I just double check that everyone's got their microphones on mute? Thank you. So the advanced will always default to the last search that you've done. So what you'll need to do, if obviously you're happy for the last search to come up, you want to keep working on it, that's fine. But if not, just make sure you click on the clear all button, and you can start afresh, making sure that there's nothing ticked that you've forgotten to look at, and may affect your outcome with your searches. Now, I always make sure that people click on their repayment method and choose obviously what they're looking for. The product type. Now you can click more than one option in the advanced options here. So I'm just going to do a 3-year fixed. I'm just going to find out who's offering the best 3-year fixed. What I'm going to do is make sure as well that your return maximum at the bottom is 400. That will just mean that you're not limiting the results when you do a search. For those who are new to the system or existing clients, we usually default that to 30, but if you change it now, you won't need to do that again. So just a little point, a bit of a tip there. Now under lenders, what you'll see is all the lenders listed again. If you tick on lenders at the top, what you can do is select all. That'll make sure that all of the lenders have been incorporated into the search. Otherwise, what you can do is actually manually tick the ones that you want, or clear and then manually tick the ones that you want to include on the search only. So if you've already done a few comparisons and you really want to look a bit further, a couple more in depth, or that you only deal with a few lenders or whatever the circumstance may be, you are able then to determine who you're going to choose yourself. Now again, as well as all of the lenders there, you can actually go by our panel A lenders. Now this will show you all of our panel A lenders. Again, you can manually select the ones that you want. If anybody needs any clarification on our panel A lenders and what they do and what that means for our brokers, please just let me know and I'll be happy to give you a quick call after today's webinar. So if you are able or wanting to do the panel A lenders option, just either select all or manually tick the ones of your choice. Now I'm going to select just maybe 2 or 3 from the panel A lenders section here, and click OK. So what I'm looking for is a 3-year fixed in this scenario. I'm happy to keep it very, very basic, and I'm going to click OK. So this is always a bit of a testing moment for me to make sure that everything's been taken into consideration. So as you can see, Bankwest, Citibank and Heritage have come up, and these are all the products available for their 3-year fixed. So it's very short and sweet. Just double checking the message. Thank you, Anthony. You can't actually do any kind of preset order of the lenders that you have. You'll have to still manually select them each time you do a search. That feature isn't available as like the actual product comparison tab, if that's what you were suggesting. But we do have a new release coming out very shortly, and there'll be some wonderful changes. So again, just keep an eye on the webinars. There's going to be some great things coming up in the upcoming weeks. If that wasn't answering your question, Anthony, please let me know after today's webinar and I'll give you a call. Now again, we're still on the outline of all of the products that have come up in the search results. Now what you can do from here is actually double click on any of the products to look at further information, interest rates, loan fees, loan features and technical features. What this actually allows you to do is look at as much information as you may need. We do give you a green apple in all of our products, or whenever you see a product or a rate or documentation within iLearn, you're able to give us some feedback. If you click on the apple, it will pull out the details of where you are or what the information you're currently looking at, and all you need to do is make sure that you've got your mobile or your contact details available in there. Provide your feedback to us. So for example, we just put in there, I'm just going to put in test for today, and then you click OK. That will then go straight through to our products manager, Diane Quintal, who will then get back to you with a query and outline what information is correct, where she's found the information from, where it's been sourced from, and she's very, very thorough in her information and providing you the best details for your answer that you require. So that's just looking at your products within the comparisons. Now again, if you want to compare any of these lenders, you might just tick the first 3 options and simply click on compare. Again, it takes you back to that comparison page, so it does flow very, very nicely from one screen to another. Going back to the advanced search option at the top, this will again default to the last search that I've just done, which is great, because now what I can do is do a bit more in-depth criteria. So for example, at the top you'll see that you're currently on the basic template. If you wanted to include loan fees of any sort, you have the option here to select any of the options available. Loan features, again, now if there's offset or you want to include redraw facilities or anything like that, again, make your selection. Always tick on the far left of the column to include anything into the search. Technical features, if you want to base your search on a particular loan amount, I don't know, 450,000 I'm just going to put in here, or an LVR percentage, interest only or owner occupied. There's a